Good Tuesday morning. I'm Carly Boyette.
And I'm Natalie Taylor. This morning we are starting out with a Bay Area favorite. In fact, let's be honest, Tampa Bay just wouldn't be the same without them.
That's right. Now with 7 locations across Florida, we are so happy to welcome the Columbia restaurant on our show this morning.
We're super excited to be here. Well, with the enthusiasm, we do want to introduce our wonderful guest, Andrea Gonzmart Williams, who is a 5th generation of the Columbia Restaurant Group. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, thank you for starting our day off right. I mean, just the name alone.
Oh, no. Every morning's a good morning if you've got paella involved.
Yes. So that's what you're making, paella, because let me tell you, when we found out Columbia was coming on, we were like, oh, have them make this, have them make this. It's all of our favorites. But I haven't had the paella yet.
That's a shame.
It is a shame, but not anymore.
And you know, and it actually is pretty easy to make too, which people don't realize that. So I already have my oil going.
So what is paella? If someone hasn't heard of it, how do you describe it?
Paella traditionally is going to have, sorry about that, ladies, it's going to have rice, and then a base of a sofrito, which is going to have onions, green peppers, garlic, tomato, and then most importantly, what makes the rice yellow is going to be your saffron.
Saffron. And saffron is what?
Saffron is a spice.
It's a song. Okay.
Yeah. And what I always suggest if you're making it at home to do is to mash it up and put it in your chicken broth. So that way you can really infuse the color throughout your rice, because what's a paella if it's not yellow rice?
Right, exactly. And what's the meat that you're cooking for? Because I know some people kind of have their own taste with what kind of goes in it.
You can put anything in a paella. We're doing a traditional paella Valenciana, which has this, starting off with the chicken and the pork.
Chicken and pork.
Chicken and pork. But like I said, you can put only chicken in it. You could put only shrimp. You could do green beans, lima beans. Ooh. You can make it a vegetarian paella. There are lots and lots of options. So once you kind of get your chicken and your pork browned a little bit, we'll work on this just a moment more.
I know. And you have a finished dish for us. We're cheating for TV.
We do.
You're kind of just giving us the lowdown on how to do it. Yeah.
And now traditional paella Valenciana has scallops. It has shrimp and calamari, which is also known as squid.
It's got all of that in it in one dish?
Mm-hmm. And this is actually only a paella for one.
Oh, wow.
To give you an idea.
Truly, when you order it at the Columbia, doesn't it, like you let tables know we are preparing this fresh, it takes a while.
It takes 30 minutes to make, and so it says it on our menu.
Wow.
Which gives you more time to enjoy the 1905 salad.
There you go.
So here's Natalie, and I'm sure this has happened with you too, like sometimes you know that there's a dish that you know and love, like the 1905 salad, and you're not afraid, but you don't, like, why try something different when you know that you already have something you love?
Well, once you try the paella, it could be your next go-to dish.
I guess so. You have too many. You have too many go-tos.
Okay, and then we're going to add some shellfish.
I mean, you're just literally piling it all in.
Loading it on. So, I mean, personally, one of my favorite ones has shrimp, chorizo, green beans. But like I said, this is the extremely traditional version. And then we have the arborio rice, which you can use any kind of rice. When I cook it at home, I do long grain rice. You can use short grain rice. I personally prefer the long grain rice at home.
I was going to ask, given your background and in your family's history, do you enjoy cooking? Is it something you just don't even know your life without it? Because I'm assuming you grew up in the kitchen.
I love to cook. It is like therapy to me. Literally, I was gone for the last week, and I could not wait to get home and cook.
Oh, so it's in your blood.
It is most definitely in my blood. Okay, so now this is a sofrito, which you can make this from scratch as you're making the paella. It's basically just your green pepper, tomato, onion, and this already has the saffron in it.
All right.
So there's different ways. This is kind of a quick cheat that you can do if you have people coming over and you want to mix it up real quick. Go ahead and make your sofrito ahead of time.
Okay, sounds good. Hey, while you're stirring that up, we have to get your thought on Cuban sandwiches, which is another one of your specialties.
That's a heated subject.
It is a heated subject. What is the correct way to make a Cuban? What are we leaving off or leaving on?
Okay, well, if you go to the Columbia restaurant, and I feel very strongly about this.
I know you do.
You have to layer it a certain way. You've got to layer it with the ham, the pork, the salami, Swiss cheese, yellow mustard on top only, and did I forget the pickles? You gotta have pickles.
Yeah, pickles.
You gotta have the pickles.
And because really the big thing is no mayo. A lot of people put mayo on Cubans.
No mayo.
You say no.
And the other big difference between like the Tampa Cuban and the Miami Cuban is that we put the salami. Because it truly represents the immigrants that came to Ybor City in the turn of the century.
Yeah.
So, okay. So now generally what you're gonna do, you're gonna cover that with foil,
And let it cook for how long?
You're gonna cook it in the oven. I'm just gonna put it right here for now. And then you are gonna cook it in the oven for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. But of course,
Is it low heat at that time? I mean, how high do you need it?
350.
Okay, all right.
Or if you find that it's cooking a little slow, you can bump it up to 425.
Okay.
But then
We have just about 30 seconds left, so let's.
is our-
oh my
gosh.
goodness. Wow.
So this is what the paella cooked up looks like, and I'll serve it up. And then you usually have your garnishes of peas, pimentos, lemon, and white asparagus.
This isn't for one, right?
This is for
the
two. I
Okay.
wanted to make sure you had enough to share.
Louise. I love it. Well, thank you so much. Thanks
has
to your
been
family
great.
for, you know,
Thank you so much.
expanding and allowing more people in the Bay
Yes.
Area. And you guys are almost, you just keep, is there plans for more expansions, you think?
There is always a possibility.
I'm
We're
sure
always
there
looking.
is.